Hey there, Gen Mexers. In this video, we're talking about rentals. We love owning our own home, but a lot of people will tell you rent before you buy, try out different areas, or maybe you just want to be a renter and be able to move around, try things out for, a year or two and maybe go to a different part of Mexico. So I wanted to talk about rentals. Now, this is a video that's been in production for quite a while. So you'll see some clips in this that were actually taken during the winter, even though obviously it's the summer right now. So apologies to those of you who I've been promising this video to, but I promise you a good one. I am in La Paz right now, so we'll be talking about La Paz specifically, but also rentals in Mexico in general. We're going to start this video by visiting with Annabelle Rosell from La Paz Bay Rentals and Real Estate, I think is the name of the company. And she is going to show us a number of things that are in her portfolio that are popular with people from the US and Canada. And after we finish that tour with her, I'm going to come back on and talk about some other options that are out there that are more DIY options for finding a rental that'll give you access to some of the more lower end options here in Mexico. So with Annabelle, we're going to start to the north of the Malecon or downtown La Paz and kind of the fancy schmancy part of La Paz.
I'm very happy to welcome you in this beautiful community of Puerta Cortés. It is a gated community located, let's just say, at the kind of like northeast side of La Paz. We're looking at maybe 10 minutes from the Malecon to come into this community. Ocean view residences, a beautiful golf course that is surrounding the whole place. We have a world-class marina too. Amazing restaurants with the most delicious food you could ever think of. And let's just say, like, maybe my favorite place would be like the beach club, where you can just like go there on a sunny, beautiful day like this and just sit down and relax and enjoy a drink. I think after the pandemic, it's been a very interesting blend between Mexicans, actually people from the mainland, people from Guadalajara, Mexico City. And this particular season, between October, November until April, we are very happy to welcome many expats, people that come from Canada and the US. Rentals, let's just look at maybe a monthly rate, which is like people is looking for. We're looking at maybe $3,000, maybe $4,000 a month on an accommodation for the whole month in a property, 3 to 4 bedrooms. Depends on the equipment, depends on how many bedrooms, how many beds as well. Most of the properties come also with a golf cart, and everything is very walking distance here. When it comes about the houses area in Las Colinas, where we are located right now, with that monthly rental, you have access to the beach club, to the marina. The cost of the fee for the golf course is not included, but you have access to it. And you can give us a call and we can help us with the concierge to book some tea time for you. This is a 4-bedroom house. This is fairly new in the market with us. We just listed this about 3-4 months ago. People that actually from Oregon, if I can recall. Here in the main area, you have like this terrace with amazing views to the golf course and to the bay as well. The kitchens come fully equipped with a dishwasher, oven, stuff. So I know for people that come from the States, they really like to, very different to Mexicans, we don't like to cook when we're vacationing. Also in the main floor, you will be able to find 2 bedrooms, one with queen size bed and the other one with bunk beds. And there's a full bathroom also in this area too. We have a downstairs where there's like the master bedroom with a private terrace, access to the common areas as well. You can walk around and just get a very nice feeling on what's the desert like around here. You have also a full private bathroom with a nice bathtub. Everything is private and all that, and there's like a second bedroom also with a private bathroom with 2 queen size beds. And usually that's the accommodation you will find in the houses with this distribution. On the vacation rental basis, everything is included. Now we have put up some credit for rentals that are between 20 to 30 days. In the winter season, it's not that much of a problem, but in the summer season, when we have the AC going on, yes. But not a lot of people will come here and stay for the summer season, just to be honest. Water is included, the internet is included. We have fiber optic because now after the pandemic, it turns out that everybody is into digital nomad thing, and we really love it and appreciate and love having people from all over the world to enjoy the local experience. Turns out that now after COVID changed the whole world, at the beginning the priority, and this is kind of like funny, or I like to say it's funny, At the beginning, people was asking like, how's your sanitization protocol? How's the cleaning? And now the first question we get is like, what's the internet speed? Because we know that's a priority if you want to come and enjoy La Paz, either like for short term or long term. You can expect the speed here between 30 to 50 megas. Most of the areas in town now, they do have fiber optic. There's very few areas that still have copper, and with copper lines you can expect a speed of 8 megas. But I can tell you right now that probably 80-90% of our inventory has fiber optic. And again, 30 to 50 megas average speed. Hola, buenas, vengo a la marina. So this is Pueblo Marinero. This was like the first phase developed by what we know now as Puerta Cortés, previously known as Costa Baja. All the ground floor is commercial area, and you will find really good dining options such as Azul Marino, which is one of my favorite spots. Like we were just talking about, the chocolate volcano over there is like just to die for. One of the best sushi places in town called Odayaca. And if you guys are into tapas and Spanish food, there is La Taberna Española very close by. On the second floor, you will be able to find 1 and 2 bedroom apartments or condominiums, also fully equipped, fully staged. And you can expect a rent over there on monthly basis, looking somewhere between $2,500, maybe $2,800, depending again on the equipment, the amenities, and the sizes of the bedrooms. Well, not the sizes, how many bedrooms.
So I am always amazed when I hear the price on things. $2,500 to $2,800 is not inexpensive, but what you're getting here compared to what you would get in the US for $2,500 it's just so much more. This is a resort here. This is, I was walking around saying, God, this looks like Cabo. This isn't as much La Paz. It's kind of somewhere in between. So this shows you if you've got a little more money, you can get really great stuff in Mexico.
I am very happy to introduce you into this home. This is our top rental in our catalog. We've been representing the owner of these properties for 7 years or so. Why people like it? Because it has a private pool. It features amazing bay views as well. It's in a gated community. We're located 5 minutes away from downtown. And probably what people love most, or maybe like the second most, is the kitchen, because it's like very state-of-the-art. It's very nice. Again, fully equipped for a store, and people who say like, I'm looking for something very different and it comes about the kitchenware or something, they're happy to, or they can give us a call, and we're happy to accommodate those extra special things that they might require. So this one on the main floor has, the kitchen, the terrace, living and dining area. This one has 3 bedrooms, or 2 master suites actually, and on the ground floor it has a 3rd bedroom with 2 bunk beds. Each one of these bedrooms has a full private bathroom, and the master bedroom comes with a bathtub.
So this one does have a pool,
yeah,
but it's not heated.
Aha, here comes a big trick. Funny thing that we've encountered through our vacation rental platforms, and the feedback we get from the guests is like, the pool is not heated. Well, the thing is that we live in a beautiful city where we have amazing warm weather 8, maybe 10 months out of the year. So 95% of the pools, even in common areas, communities, sort of saying, they do not have the heat equipment. So this is just a heads up about what you can expect when it comes about properties or condos with pool.
So I am super happy to hear that the pool isn't heated, because our pool is only partially heated. That's something we've been struggling with, and why you have not seen a fully finished construction video of my place, because we're still working out some of those details. But we're able to get a warm pool, but not a hot one.
Rates on a property like this are gonna be average around $250. That's a basic rate. For 2 people.
For one night.
For one night. And we have a minimum staying of 3 nights. And that's pretty much average in all our rentals.
Okay, but if you were to get a place like this for a month, so this one is not available for a month.
Yeah.
What would that cost, do you think?
Somewhere around $3,000, maybe $3,500 a month. Welcome to Torres Cantera. This is the newest community by Altus Condominiums. What you can expect here are mostly 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom, maybe 2.5 bathrooms. These are the common areas that you can find in many of the Altus communities. They will provide it with a common pool. This one has a jacuzzi. Not all of them have a jacuzzi. A common barbecue area over here. There's a kids pool over here and a gym area as well. There's private security, it's controlled access. Everybody has to be registered before coming into the community, and you need to provide an official ID also to be granted authorization to access the community. This is a community that's located 5 minutes away from the Malecon and all the Malecon amenities. The best that they can offer is like the amazing views to La Paz Bay itself. What can you expect on 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom? Queen size bed, or maybe a bedroom with a queen size bed and 2 twin beds. Once in a while, some of them will feature king size beds as well, washer and dryer, and basic kitchen equipment, also mostly for vacation rental purposes. A night, we're looking at rates probably between $75 to maybe $85 a night. And on monthly basis for people who want to come here in the winter season or in the prime season, which is between late October all the way until April, expect rates around $1,500, maybe $1,800 a month.
Can you always expect an elevator?
In this kind of communities, yes, elevator access. In most of the Altus communities, which is like the most popular product when it comes about condominiums, yes, you can expect an elevator.
And you may recognize Torres Cantera because I've got another video here where we toured one of the private homes, so you could check out what it would be like, what you could get here if you're in the market to buy a home.
The reason I was inviting Brighton to Hispania because it's one of my favorite communities at this point in time. I mean, I'm gonna tell you why. Because you can have like something in the middle between, you know, the kind of living you can have in town, like everything very close, walking by and all that. This is a very family-oriented community. Still, a lot of people from US and Canada are investing in this area. The rental revenue makes a lot of sense, but also the kind of life you can have here, either you just want to do like a vacation rental, maybe something mid-term, maybe you want to stay like for a month, or long-term. There's like many options that you can find here. Less than 5 minutes drive, you can find like a Lay's supermarket. You can have really nice steak shops, groceries, fruit and vegetable. Everything is like very local produced. Local amenities you can find inside here. Well, first of all, it's the control access, the security. This is an area that has been very well planned and executed. It's the first community that I can find in town that has a strong rental regulation, or not regulation, but they have guidelines for people that they want to stay here for long term, maybe just for vacation rental. I really like that. That makes life easier for all of us into property management or rentals, and also for the owners as well. You can have, as you can see here in the back, a pool. There's going to be a kids pool, lounge area, bathrooms. There's barbecue area over here, and the kids playground as well. So I think it fits many of for people, for example, that they want to come here and they stay for like a summer, the winter season. This has been an area that's been highly requested and very rentable as well. You can expect rates around the same as in Cantera, but instead of being like a 2-bedroom, it's going to be like a 3-bedroom with a private barbecue and patio as well, and fiber optic too. We were just talking about like the spaces and all that. This is actually a house that's 1,100 square feet of construction plus the terraces. It has 3 full bathrooms. There's 1 full bathroom here on the ground floor right next to the studio. Some people have decided that they want to put it either a sofa bed or just like a desk space with a sofa. For people that maybe they do not want to be going up and down on the stairs and all that, people that maybe they're elder or they cannot move that much with, you know, physical disabilities. So that's in a space that has been adapted here. The kitchen, it's small, still has all the basics for the renters. This property just was listed maybe about 3 months ago, and it's been working pretty well both for short term and for people who are like our funny thing. The most people that we got here are digital nomads staying here for like a couple of weeks, maybe a month. So It's been a very nice surprise when we're talking about what we can expect or what can we go into the future of the rental market in La Paz.
So I did want to know what kind of contracting and what kind of paperwork. It's probably different than the United States. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, after we've gathered all the paperwork regarding that, the main goal of the paperwork is to know who's going to be our tenant. We need to make sure, or we need to have the certainty of who's going to be the person that's going to be staying in our clients' properties for like either it's going to be like 3 nights or maybe a month or long term. So we usually require them to fill out an application form. This is a standard form that we have worked together with the local Realtors Association, among with the paperwork or the documents that any tenant or any prospect of tenant needs to provide. And this is like a copy of the passport, a billing address receipt where we know, like, to just credit who the person is and what's the background over there, proof of income, and if it's a Mexican, probably will require like a tax ID number as well, and a certificate of their tax situation too. For foreigners, this is a very common question, like, because most of us as managers or any host will say like we will need like somebody who can co-sign. That's going to be a very common thing. So if you don't have somebody here then can co-sign your contract, we will request an additional security deposit to have a guarantee over the obligations that we put, obligations and responsibilities on both sides when it comes about the lease agreement.
Annabelle is such a great resource. If you are planning on moving to La Paz, she's probably someone you're going to want to get to know at some point. Another option, if you're looking out in El Centenario, is Bev Durvin. I'll have both of their contact information down below in the description so you can find them if you're looking for a rental place here in La Paz or the surrounding areas. Both of them are going to give you a concierge level of service. They're very used to working with gringos, and the system is set up. They will be a very high level of service. But there are a lot of people who are just looking for a place to live. They want something a little bit more towards the local, maybe in the $600, maybe $800 range. And there's a lot of that here in La Paz, but you typically don't find that with an agency. You're gonna find that by beating the bushes, by walking around town, by checking in Facebook Marketplace, and also just there's a number of Facebook groups, and this is something that applies to probably any place in Mexico. If you're looking for a place to rent, get on those Facebook groups, because people will say like, oh, my friend has a place to rent, or they'll say like, hey, I've got a number of places, because there's people who do kind of really small scale property management that might have an option for you. There's a lot out there that's not accessible through kind of the big agencies. So Facebook Marketplace, definitely a place to check. Also those Facebook groups. Another thing I've heard a lot of folks do is to go with Airbnb. So they go online in the US, they find a place to stay at Airbnb, maybe for a week or so. They get down here, they meet their landlord, they see the place, they're like, oh, this is a pretty good place, I'd like to live here. Then they talk to the landlord directly and say like, hey, what would you do, on a monthly basis? What could we do for a couple of months here in this same unit? And they'll do it outside of Airbnb. There are furnished units and unfurnished units, and of course if something is on Airbnb it's going to be furnished, so watch for that. But there's definitely houses in La Paz, there's houses out in El Centenario, there's places with pools. One note is that event facilities will rent out their pool, so sometimes you'll see something that is a pool rental. So that is not a house rental, so that's usually just for an event or something like that, so watch out for those. And something I always love about this YouTube channel is the number of people who chime in the comment section. Maybe they've got additional contacts, maybe they've got suggestions as to the way that they did it. So if you are looking, please check out the comment section down below, and if you have something to add, that's the place to do it. Go down in the comments and mention your situation, your methodology, whatever it is, to help other people find rentals in Mexico. It is always nice to come down here and look at places so you can tell if there's like a really barky dog next door or something like that. So I want to make it clear that I have not rented a house here, so this is just what I've heard from other folks, their experiences, and once again, the value of the comments down below, check those out. Some people do just kind of drive around and look for rent signs or talk with some locals, just trying to find out what's available. A friend of mine found an apartment on Craigslist. A few other folks said that they connected with real estate agents, and that was super helpful. There are many homes for rent, as well as smaller apartment complexes. It is nice if you speak Spanish, and one of the things that I suggest is if you are signing a lease and you don't speak Spanish really well, I suggest that you work with someone who is bilingual who will help you figure out what you're signing. So there are a number of, I guess I call them fixers, so people who work with gringos to get things done. I've got a video working with Blanca that's probably up here in the upper corner, I think this one. Okay, well here it is. I'm wrapping up the night at, what is Estrella. Here it is. I'm wrapping up the night at Estrella. I almost forgot the name of it. And I've got George here looking to buy a place in Mexico, and Robert here who lives over in Chapala. So this is the wrap up. We're enjoying the music of Captain Wayne and just enjoying the music here, wrapping up this video. If you have more questions about rentals in Mexico or specifically in La Paz, leave those down below and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, check out the comments and see what else people are up to down there. I'm sure there's some wonderful videos over here that you should watch next. Hasta luego.